it's for the skin. So if I get any color, like all of the skins, I just went to the store and just stole it like a sales person. Nobody wants from IKEA. Yeah, looks pretty cool. It's actually I didn't steal from the. Actually, I did not steal from the box. I found the box of controller. I went all the way back, took it out and stole it. So nobody will recognize me. So we're done the challenge. This is just a fake. It will just tell us who it will take. So now you go disco demolition. Yeah, we have to go disco for this. So for now, I'm not going to be putting on my mic. I'm just going to off my mic when I want to talk to you guys. I'm going to do. And also one more thing. Hit the subscribe button and break the subscribe. Hit the like button and break the subscribe button right now in the comment below. I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, also one more. Oh, what's up, Jack? Also one more. If I get a legendary skin, I can get epic and legendary. So that's I just want. If I get legendary, I will only get. If I get epic skin, I have to actually. I forgot the freaking dialogue. What I was gonna say. So what I'm gonna do, that I'm going to oh my god, I'm going to get, if I get epic skin, I can only get epic, so I can get both if I want. Okay, I got the Royale Bomber skin, so I have the. I got the Royale Bomber skin. If you're watching this, I got the Royale Bomber. I'm just gonna complete this fucking thing. Oh my god, we're losing. Let's see. I don't even know where to even go. Like, okay, John, if you're there, can you please send me the message again? Whatever you want to say. Okay, my friend, okay. John, I'm leaving, I'll join you, okay? I'm working my way above. Oh my god. Oh my god, seriously? Seriously? Okay, never mind, that was just fucking thinking of something. Never mind, okay. There's... Okay, hi John. Oh, fuck. Damn.
नहीं कल से तो लेके ये प्रॉब्लम है ये जल्दी तो कम नहीं होता है
नहीं नहीं राजू नहीं होता क्योंकि ये नरम करने के बाद में उसको भिगा देते हैं
Oh, look at this dude! Oh, look at this dude! I wonder if I this. I think I was the toys very well. Okay, I want to try the orange justice on them. Oh, that's cool. I want to try this one. The default dance. Got the default. one. This is totem. Man, I think it's offline. Pizza. You can't come up out of all this. I don't want this. Is it offline or something? One minute, I want to try to make this. I got all of this icon. I'm gonna take the black line. No. I'm gonna put the go ahead. I'm going to put You're not playing classic. Oh yeah, color challenge, color challenge. Let's try the, I'm not sure if this is in this one. And they're running by. Well, that one's the other one. I'm gonna get this one. So, I don't know this. This one's a good one. The little bitch. These are bats. What's this? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I got 450 and I got 200. I'm gonna purchase it. I got 250 Robux. Good. I'll buy one tire. So I can buy 2 tires, right? 150. Good. Come on. Still not get the red hiding code. Then I got this. But then I got the glider. Then I got the one that I always wanted. I could have tried this one out. How much time? Oh, I never got it. Mama, I'm gonna just buy it. I don't care. Legendary skin. Come on, man. Okay. I can get this. No, actually guys, I'm gonna quit this one because I don't want to actually do the challenge. I want to do the battle royale, remember. Actually, I don't want to do the challenge. Why did anyone pick this up? But okay, I don't want to do it. I'll just check something else. And, okay, that's what I want to do.
Fly for multiple reasons. First, all flights were canceled because of a volcano that exploded in Iceland, and the ash made it dangerous to fly. So we were one of the first flights to be allowed to fly over Iceland, and, well, it didn't sound safe. So I now know that planes can be split in half. People get sucked out. I don't want to fly. To be honest, I've been terrified of flying ever since I was a little kid. My mom freaks out on planes, so I guess some of it maybe rubbed off on me. She does that thing where she grabs the seat handles. We got to the airport. I was begging my mom to cancel the flight and go home. I had a terrible feeling about this flight. And I know I have terrible feelings about all flights, but this time it was terriblier. But we had to get home. So my mom grabbed my hand and dragged me onto the plane. I wasn't going to give up just yet, though. I was determined to get off the plane. I had a thought. I was recently just watching X-Men. I was watching a lot of things, okay? Maybe, just maybe, I could use my brain to break the plane. So I warned my mom, I'm gonna break the plane with my brain. She ignored me. So I put my fingers to my temples and concentrated. 30 minutes go by, we've left the gate, and we're just taxiing around the runway. Suddenly, the pilot comes over the intercom and says, we need to go back to the gate. We had to switch planes because there was an issue with the wheel. I did it! I broke the plane with my brain! My mom's trying to figure out if she has some sort of X-Men kid. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my newfound powers. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is my story. I have superpower. Just kidding, there was another plane. Unfortunately, my powers weren't enough this time. We taxied, sped up, and we're flying. So I look out the window and we're literally flying. We're in the air. There's nothing under us. I don't understand how this is. I'm just in a metal object. So I'm trying to calm myself down. I get comfortable in the seat. I start sifting through the little seat pocket. I'm so bored I grab the safety manual. I'm seeing people with their head between their knees, life jackets, like raft boats, water slides, and spoiler alert, you're supposed to put on your own oxygen mask before you help others. I can't keep reading this. It's starting to scare me again. So I decided to go to sleep to avoid all my problems because if anything happened, I could just sleep through it. So I passed out. All of a sudden, I wake up, the plane is shaking. People are crying, all the lights are out. Holy sh**, what the f*** is going on? Stewardesses are running around with flashlights in a panic. This is lost. I was like, Mom, what's going on? Please tell me what's going on. She looks at me in full panic. Eric, go to sleep. Go to sleep. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I look out the window, and I see fire. The wing of the plane is on fire. So I spring into action and immediately I start crying. I thought I was gonna die. And the worst part is, I predicted this. I knew this was gonna be happening, yet I got on the plane, and now I'm on the plane, and now we're gonna crash, and I'm gonna die. So the pilot comes over the intercom again.
There's how do I say this? Issue with the plane, and we're gonna have to do an emergency landing.
I'm not a plane guy or anything, but I think I know what the problem is. It's, we're on fire. Also, what's an emergency landing? So here's where shit gets real. I look at the little TV in front of me that sometimes has a little map on it, the little plane, but it's got a little line, and then you can, like, see how much time you have left on the flight. It's just the Atlantic Ocean. Everything is ocean. Nothing but ocean. Ocean! I remember taking a deep breath, and for some reason, the only thing I could think to do was fly this plane myself. I had been using my powers for evil before, but now I'm gonna use them for good. I don't know why this made sense to me at the time, but I swear this is what happened. I grabbed the imaginary steering wheel and put my foot on the gas pedal. I mean, I don't know if planes have gas pedals, probably not, but this imaginary situation did. So I was flying the plane. I was also praying relentlessly. I remember promising God that I would never cheat on a spelling test again. I don't know how to fly a plane. We're gonna land in the ocean. I'm gonna have to use that dumb water slide. Now I'm doing that thing where I'm clutching the armrest like my mom. The plane was dropping fast. Not like it was falling out of the sky or anything, but I knew the pilot wanted to land ASAP. The closer we get to the ocean or the earth or whatever, I can see there's an island. It's lost. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Where is there an island? But it's green and beautiful, and we're landing on it. The plane lands just like any other plane, not like crashing to the ground or anything, just a simple, basic land. We all run off the plane as quickly as possible as people in tinfoil suits enter the plane to stop the fire. I was looking around, and I couldn't believe my eyes. None of this looked real. There was just a bunch of rolling hills of lush farms. Did I just crash land into a vacation? To give you an image, this looks like where the Teletubbies live. Turns out, for all you geography fans out there, this was an island within islands that was a part of Portugal, collectively known as Azores. Now that I was safe on the ground, my mind started reeling. What if we weren't near an island? Would we have crashed into the ocean? Whatever, it's fine. I'm alive, it's fine. We ended up staying the night there and then flying out on another plane the next day. So finally, after 2.5 days, we landed in Russia. The pilot apologized for the inconvenience and offered everybody gift cards. Sorry the plane kind of crashed and like caught fire, but we got gift cards. If you're thinking about leaving the video, do not leave yet because I haven't even gotten to the craziest part of the story. So I go about my life as a near plane crash survivor and everything's going fine until my friend sends me a video from Ellen.
So what's the scariest thing you've ever done?
It's Leonardo DiCaprio telling a story flying out of New York to Russia.
I was on a plane to Russia.
Engine catches fire.
I was looking out the window, the entire engine just turned into a fireball.
Was Leonardo DiCaprio on the same flight as me? Leonardo DiCaprio was on the same flight as me. We shared a plane. We almost crashed together. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about. Like, what row were you in? How was that fire? Did you use the coupon yet? Then I come to learn we weren't on the same flight. His flight, though oddly similar, landed back in NYC. Still, that is crazy. That's an insane coincidence to have with Leonardo DiCaprio. Is this a common occurrence? Did I just waste everybody's time? Yeah. Because, well, apparently this isn't a very original story. You told me this was a good story.
أهلا يا ماما. صدقيني تجربة الأمومة أروع من الأداء على أكبر المسارح. والحين صار عندي تحدي أوفق بين دوري الرئيسي كأم وشغلي زي حالة كثير من أمهات اليوم. وعلشان أختار الحفاض المناسب لتركي نصحتني طبيبته ببامبرز. جربته ولمست نعومته على بشرته وكيف يحميها بلطف. وانتي جربي بامبرز الجديد لطفلك وشاركينا تجربتك. اليوم أحلى وقت تكوني أم. تابعينا على هاشتاج أمهات اليوم.
My dad risked everything to be with his family. And this is that story. Growing up in Sao Paulo, Brazil, my dad had always dreamt of traveling the world. When he was in his early 20s, he convinced two buddies of his from church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, better known as the Mormon Church, to go on this adventure with him. Packing everything in their backpacks, they set off with the little bit of cash they had. They'd rely on the generosity of random folks to get to the next town and the next city and the next state. They traveled through Chile, Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador. After gradually making their way northward through South America, these three amigos, or tres amigos, settled for a little while in Panama. After After a year there, my dad was ready to move on, and his two friends decided to stay behind in Panama. So my dad continued northward through Central America on his own. He eventually made his way to Tijuana, the city in northern Mexico just across the border from San Diego. Oddly enough, he ran into some Mormon missionaries who told him about how every morning they'd walk up the beach along the Pacific Ocean, wave at the Border Patrol agent, and stroll right into the U.S. They arranged for an American citizen to take his belongings for him so he wouldn't look suspicious, and so he strolled right into America. Easy, right? Eventually, he finds his way to Los Angeles, and my dad gets a job working in a factory. Working among Mexican Americans, his Spanish was perfect, but he wasn't learning any English. He decided he needed to immerse himself, to find a community, and to teach himself English. The best place to do that was obviously Salt Lake City, Utah, aka the Mormon Holy Land. Cut to Salt Lake City. He has a job delivering pizza, he's taking English classes, which is where he later meets my mom, which is adorable, I know. At 24, he enlisted at the local high school for troubled teens. Despite having just barely learned English, he graduated at the top of his class and spoke at his high school graduation. 2 years later, my parents get married. Now, keep in mind, my dad is still undocumented, delivering pizzas and attending night school, but undocumented nonetheless. In the midst of all this, my mom gets pregnant with me. Fast forward to the night before I was born. My mom starts having contractions. As my parents are timing these contractions, getting ready to, have a baby, they hear a knock at the door. With no idea who it could be, maybe a neighbor or a friend checking in, they open the door. It was two immigration officers. They'd been tipped off about my parents. Give us your documentation. Without the proper paperwork, the officers were going to detain them right then and there. My mom, the feistiest Latina you will ever know, wasn't having it. True to form, she's like, we're not doing this right now. I'm pregnant, I'm about to give birth any second, you can't do this. So they were issued a court summons for a week later. In the meantime, I'm born. In court, they were told that they had 30 days to leave or risk being deported. And if they were deported, their odds of ever coming back were slim to none. So they left, back to Brazil. My mom's American visa was still renewable if she were to return to school, so she enlisted in classes and came back to America with me. Meanwhile, my dad is still in Brazil, determined as ever to be reunited with his family. With no job prospects, and after having been turned down numerous times for an American visa, my dad decided to make the journey again. This time, it was going to be as fast as possible. He'd been referred to a guy who, for a very steep fee, would be able to get my dad past all of the immigration checkpoints and into the U.S. The plan was for my dad to board a U.S.-bound bus, and he would be made aware of when to get on and off the bus. He had no choice. He gave the man all the money he had and risked everything. The day comes, my dad is on the bus. While on the way, there was an unexpected checkpoint. They searched the bus, and an immigration officer asked my dad for his documentation. He was caught. He was arrested. He was sent to jail. For days, he obsessed over how to escape. At one point, he actually asked one of the guards, "If I run, will you shoot me?" And the guard was like, "Yeah, for sure." He heard rumors of a few inmates who had managed to escape. Even scarier, he had heard about inmates who had attempted to escape but got caught and were beaten within an inch of their lives. One day they handcuffed my dad along with all the other Brazilian inmates and take them to the Brazilian consulate so that they can be fingerprinted and ID'd so that they'll eventually be sent back to Brazil. In the midst of all this commotion, my dad saw an opportunity. While being let off the bus, they took his handcuffs off. He was outside in the light of day and the gates were still open. And he knew, this is it. It's now or never. So he made a run for it. The fence was closing in and he ran faster. The prison alarm went off. He's just able to slip through and gain a head start into the city. Years before, there had been an earthquake, so he was able to hide under running homes and abandoned buildings near the prison. They controlled the area searching for him. He just kept running, making his way from spot to spot, trying to get farther and farther from all the chaos, running until he was far enough away that he could no longer hear the police chatter or the call of the sirens. There was nowhere else to turn. He made his way to a place that could be his last chance, the closest Mormon chapel. No one is there. Eventually, a janitor showed up, and my dad tells him about trying to make it back to his wife and daughter in America, about the guy who was supposed to help him avoid the immigration checkpoints on the bus to the border, about how he was in jail, and suddenly the janitor cuts in. Wait, what did you say? What was that guy's name? Turns out, the janitor knew the mother of the the man who scammed my dad. As in the guy my dad gave all his money to avoid the checkpoints on the bus. Apparently this woman attended the church they were standing at. So the janitor took my dad to her house. They get there, she opens the door, and my dad asks her if she's the mother of so-and-so. She takes one look at my dad, sighs, and replies, "What has he done to you?" She was so kind. My dad was able to shower and eat. He even got to call my mom and tell her that he was okay. For context, my mom had no idea where I hadn't heard from him since he'd gotten arrested. From the start, she didn't want him making this journey again, but at this point, he was already into weed. And so the church people followed the neighborhood, and he went on and on until he was across the border from McAllen, Texas. He'd been told that lots of businessmen declare, "I'm an American citizen," and then they walked right in. So the church folks gave my dad a suit and a briefcase for his belongings. They organized for an American citizen to meet my dad on the other side. My dad walked past Border Patrol and declared in the most bogus American act, filled with immigration agents. So my dad had been advised not to stare at anyone or draw attention to himself, just be normal. He got his boarding pass and headed to his gate. Just mind your business and read your newspaper, he said to himself. He boarded the plane without a problem, made a transfer at San Antonio, and touchdown in Salt Lake City. He did it. He made his way back to his family.
What the fuck?
My mom's entire family was at the airport waiting for him, including baby me, and then they lived happily ever after in America. I'm totally kidding. It would take many years of hard work, sacrifice,